Hello everyone, my name is Crystal. I am back from your video. Hi guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are doing great. Today we are back with a good old lip tint comparison review, and it's from a brand that most of us are in a chokehold whenever they release new things. Very cute, very pretty things, and it's Peripera Ink Mood Tint line. So there are 3 versions in total. There's the glowy, the drop, and the matte, but I picked up 2 just to try it out first. Currently I'm wearing one, which is the glowy version, and we have the drop one over here as well. The one that I'm wearing right now on my lips is number 1 Best Beige menu for the glowy version, and for the drop version I have number 7 Papaya Coral as well. I know these have been out for quite a while already, it's just that I felt that I kept reviewing Peripera and Clio for a hot minute, so I was like, okay, let's take a back seat on those brands first. But we're back with Peripera, and the reason why so many people love Peripera stuff is because they produce very good quality items at a rather affordable price point. Also, they are a sister brand of Club Clio, so Club Clio is actually like the main brand itself, and normally their prices are about like $20 to $30, so it's a mid-range drugstore prices. For Peripera, they are the sister brand, so they are rather affordable. They're targeted towards more of like youths, teenagers, people who are getting into makeup. Peripera as a brand, their prices are much more affordable as compared to Clio. Their prices usually range about $10 to $15. These tints are below $10 and they are available on YesStyle, where I did pick them up as well. They are about $7 US, and if you'd like to support me, or if you found the video helpful at the end of it, you can use my code It's Crystal to save some money off. It is a commission code, so I do get a small kickback out of it, but if you do use my code, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and if you don't want to, it's totally okay. You watching the video, good enough for me, so thank you as well. Let's talk about packaging, and these tints for $7, they feel very sturdy and good quality plastic. In my hand, they have a bit of weight to it. Of course, you can't compare it to luxury lipsticks or whatsoever, but they are very sturdy. The packaging on these two are more or less the same, it's just that the outer appearance, the drop version, you can see has this kind of like blurred kind of look to it, while this has more of a glassy glowy look, and you can see the rims of it are a little bit different as well, but it's very minor. They feel both the same in my hands. One thing I like about both of these lip tints is that they both have this thing where you can like uncap, use the lip tint and whatnot have you, and then when you put it back and you can screw it back on, there's this additional like locking system to it a little bit, so you don't really have to worry about your lip tint running about in your pouch, staining the insides of your bag, things like that, because I had things like that happen to me and it's really quite annoying. It's a very first world problem, but it is rather annoying. I'm not really particular about this, but the applicators are quite different. This is your usual like cushion chair kind of thing for the drop one, and for the glowy version is those type of flat applicators, as you can see. So I usually am not really particular about applicators, but if you are, you might want to take note. Scent wise, they are both different as well. For the glowy version, it kind of reminds me of like a bakery, when you walk past the bakery and there's this like sweet, fresh, a little bit of like caramel, almost a little bit, just a very edible smell to it, but I don't really smell it on my lips. For the drop version, it reminded me of a candy that I would eat during my childhood days. It has this like orange, fresh candy that is kind of those like affordable candy but still really yummy. That's what it reminded me of. It's a major throwback, but both of these scents are not overpowering. The moment you apply it on your lips, there's really not much scent to it. I mean, you can just open it and smell it just for funsies, I guess. Alright, so this is how my lips are looking like for the glowy one. As you can see, there's definitely a glow to it. My natural lip color is kind of peeking through a little bit more, also because of the color that I have selected and bought for this. I have been talking to you guys for about 25-30 minutes, I think, and I did drink some water in between takes, and this is how my lips are looking like. But you can still see there's still quite a bit of that glowiness to it, which I really like. There wasn't really much transfer on my water bottle. I think let me check. Let me just drink some water right now and show you guys. I think it's also because of the color, so you can't really see it, but here is supposedly where I place my lips, and you can see there's not much of product or anything on it. You can still see there's a significant amount of glow on my lips, especially the Cupid's bow. Actually, my Cupid's bow is a little bit non-existent. I feel that a lot of K-beauty companies, they are kind of doing their own take on the juicy lasting tint from ROM N, and I believe this is Peripera's take on it. A lot of companies are doing the glowy lips and that kind of clean girl aesthetic. Kind of reminds me of like Wonyoung's from IVE's makeup a little bit. The glowy version definitely can be layered up on your lips as well. Very buildable. I would say normally I would take about 3-4 layers and you get that major sexy glow, sexy pout kind of thing. I swatched a bit of it on the back of my hand, and as you can see, this is just one swipe and you can see that there is good amount of pigmentation to it. So if you're comparing it to, oh Crystal, ROM N lasting water tint or ROM N juicy lasting tint, this is definitely much closer to the juicy lasting tint, and there's still a nice amount of glow. This is glowier than the ROM N juicy lasting tint for sure. Let me go and get one piece. So on the back of my hand, this is the glowy version. You can see how even the pigmentation is, and it covers super well on the back of my hand. Then I have the juicy lasting tint in Macadamia over here. As you can see on my hand, they both have this very similar texture, very similar vibe to it. But I just feel that this is way much more glowier than compared to the juicy lasting tint. You can see that juicy lasting tint probably because of the color as well. Maybe this one color-wise isn't that strong in pigmentation. But Macadamia definitely has stronger pigmentation as compared to this. But the glow on this is crazy. When it comes to reapplication, there really isn't any issue. I feel that it applies beautifully on my lips. It kind of gives the vibe of like wrapped candy, Japanese wrapped candy on your lips, and it's so beautiful. I love it so much. And with one more layer on, you can see how pretty this is. Wow, look at the shine. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so best beige menu. I really like it. I've been putting this in my work bag. I've been wearing this to work very often. When it comes to mask proofness, this definitely transfers quite a bit. But because of the color, it's not really that obvious. So there is a bit of transfer. I don't have the footage. I forgot to film it. I'm so sorry. But there is like a little bit of transfer, so just better be aware of that. Let me do a blot test instead. So clean tissue on both sides, and let me just fold in half. You can see there is definitely transfer. Honestly, right, if you were to ask me to pick between a glossy lip tint or a lip gloss, I think I will pick the glossy lip tint, be it Peripera or any other brand, because at least with this lip tint for Peripera, at least, you still get this nice pigmentation, a little bit of color on your lips. Your face don't look so flat, and you can just also easily reapply it. With lip gloss, I think it's a little bit more of a stickier situation, literally. Most of the time the transfer is more or less everything, but with Korean lip tints that are glossy like this, you still get this nice staining to it. With lip gloss, everything is off. So yeah, when it comes to removal, always use an oil makeup remover or lip and eye remover. You can see there's still quite a bit of product on the tissue itself. So yeah, this is my bare natural lips right now. Okay, next up, we're gonna apply the Ink Mood Drop Tint. Alright, so this is how the drop version looks like, and as you can see, it looks really pretty. Definitely way much more pigmentation as compared to the glowy version. There's definitely some form of glowiness, but it's not as wet looking as compared to the glowy version, so you know, give and take a little bit. This is probably as close as you can get to a traditional Korean lip tint, and you can see that it has this very even staining to it, and I actually really like this lip tint. However, I must tell you guys beforehand that over a longer period of time, this does sink into your fine lines and is a little bit more obvious, and it also does unfortunately settle into like those like inner lip dead skin kind of thing. So it's giving a little bit of war flashbacks to 2010 lip tints, water lip tints, and I'm not really the biggest fan of it, but upon first application, as you can see, this is very pretty. Also, this is slightly more mask proof as compared to the glowy version. So let me do a blot test. You can see very minimal transfer, way much more mask proof. So if that is like a deal breaker for you, you might want to keep this in mind. And you can see the glossiness, the ever so bit of glossiness on my lips is kind of gone already. Wow, English. Why am I not able to speak today? Some transfer, but it's not really that significant, and it's not as much as compared to the glowy version. But I must say that I really like this lip color though. As you can see, it really made my whole face much brighter as well, more awake. And I mean, you can see now that the lid lines are a little bit more obvious. I also did prep my lips with lip balm before filming, and also the Laneige lip sleeping mask the night before. You know, I always talk about that. Alright, let me swatch the drop version for you guys over here. You can see it's a very thin layer, and I'm going to swatch the glowy version next to it. As you can see, the pigmentation on the drop version is way much more pigmented as compared to the glowy version. Glowy version just has that little bit more shine to it. Been talking to you guys for about like what, 5 minutes, and this is how it's looking like. So we can add one more layer, so let's go. Alright, so this is how it looks like with one more layer. Very pretty. Personally, for me, I wouldn't want to blot it because the moment I blot it, you know, the whole lip line's a little bit more obvious. Unless you have lip fillers, then lip lines are a very natural thing. With lip fillers, your lips will look completely smoothed out, very plump and everything. But I feel that lip lines just add that little bit of human, natural touch. You know, that kind of stuff. I don't mind lip lines, it's just I wouldn't want it to be so pronounced. So I guess it's a little bit of a finicky thing, but I'm more or less okay. And for $7, I'm like, sure, why not? Alright, let's blot this swatches over here. So this is how it blotted off like. You can see, I mean, here had a little bit more product, and you can see some product was transferred as well, but there's definitely some staining going on as well. Probably not the most accurate in terms of staining because of the color difference, but this is the general gist of it, I guess. You definitely can see that this stains slightly better. Let me know what are some of your favorite lip products and why are they your favorite. Is it because it's mask proof, it's matte, it's glossy, you live for a glossy lip? I love to hear from you guys, and please help a sister out. You know, do remember to leave a like, subscribe down below, also to ring the bell. The bell keeps you notified on when I upload. I usually upload on Fridays, so you can keep a lookout for that as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Stay safe. Bye bye.